Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. My name's Kenan, the producer. Tonight, the title is Lionsgate. Got some thoughts to share on that, but before I do, quick announcement for anyone who's out there joining us: be sure to say something in the chat so I know you're here. If you don't say something, I can't tell who the viewers are. So, say something. Don't be shy. The first time, there's no charge for readings. Going forward, after that, it's only $10 per card, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month, which is a pretty sweet deal since we run 3 shows per week. Normally that's Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Now, tonight's title is Lionsgate, and many of you may have already found out about this upcoming alignment. In case you haven't, here's the briefing on what you need to know to make the most of it. Now is the perfect time to set clear goals that specifically relate to our sense of importance. Now, these goals may differ from person to person, so be sure to take enough time to tune in on what feels best. Now, astrologically, Christopher asked me to explain a little bit about the situation right now, which is very complicated. So, briefly, Mercury just went retrograde. This sun sign, which by itself is where we determine our sense of importance, is in the sign of Leo right now. So with that in combination with this Mercury retrograde energy, which is all about reassessing communications, sometimes backwards, mixed up communications too, but it's more about reevaluating and then making improvements as a result of those evaluations. So, with the sun in Leo, the sign Leo is about willpower, expressions of strength, so on and so forth. So we're literally right now able to will into physical reality things that make us feel important, experiences that help us grow in connection and presence. One of the things Christopher asked me to mention as well is the planet Jupiter and the energy involved with what that planet means astrologically. So, the short version is that it's about expansion and very jovial energy. I like to think of it in my mind as the Santa Claus planet. This idea of unconditional, benevolent abundance that just comes freely from the universe. And now I'm rethinking the Santa Claus definition. But before I go any further down the rabbit hole, thanks for listening to me. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Happy Wednesday night, everybody. And I light this incense to bless you with this Lionsgate energy, even more so. Its culmination is tomorrow, 8, August the 8th. And the number 8 is abundance. So, everyone on the show, everyone that's watching tonight, everyone watching later, sending out abundance, especially with this Lionsgate, this expansion, as Kenan did such a great job with. Thank you so much. That was really good. So this incense goes out to you along with the energy to enhance what it is that you want to create. You're not happy to sit for 24 hours and meditate unless you want to. But as Kenan said, this is about feeling what it is you want. And then it manifests. So the star Sirius is a very, very, in astrology, a very lucky star. And it aligns in the, I'm not an astrologer, Kenan is, but it aligns with the sun in Leo. And of course, Leo is the lion. It's called the Lion's Gate, and it opens abundance. It opens up blessings. Okay? So, tonight, tomorrow, meditate and feel what it is that it would feel like to have whatever it is you want. Not just one thing, how about everything? So sit for a while and just meditate on that. You know, I want to mention Jeff is on the show tonight. So I want to tell a short story about Jeff. It was just a few months ago that he was walking with his friend, and then his friend had introduced him to a new friend that he thought was a new friend. They're walking around the lake, and this woman says, "Well, you don't remember me, do you?" Jeff's like, "No. Sorry, I don't." She goes, "Well, about 3 or 4 years ago, we were talking, and we said I wanted to manifest a spa. I wanted to open up a spa. And you said you wanted to manifest a ranch." And he remembered. It's like 2 to 3, 4 years later, he had actually manifested the ranch. She had manifested the spa. So this is sitting quietly and feeling what it is that you want to create. Very important. So that goes along with our group card tonight, which is higher perspective. So perhaps one of the things that I might suggest is to manifest a higher perspective. A higher perspective is your situation, to align with your higher purpose, or to align better with your higher purpose. You know, sometimes people's back, it aches a little bit, but when they go to the chiropractor, it aligns the spine so you can even function better. So think about it that way. It's aligning more with your source, with God, with higher power, however you want to term it. This is absolutely an alignment. And bringing that alignment in and releasing, clearing, destroying, and uncreating any confusion about who you are or about your greater power and your greater purpose. You got that? Manifest a new outlook. Are you willing to look at things in a different way? Universe, how else can I look at this situation? How else can I look at this problem? Have you been looking at it from one point of view? This opens up the ability to open up a wider point of view as to really what is going on. But bottom line, today, tomorrow is an extremely lucky time to make your dreams come true. Let's get serious. Not just with the star, S-I-R-I-U-S, but S-E-R-I-O-U-S, serious, about what it is that we want and what we're creating, and do it. Just do it. So this is the group card for everyone tonight, blessing you with this higher perspective, this better and higher, more clear outlook. Okay, here we go. Lindsay, it's great to have you back. Thanks for being on the show again. We've got, now, I'm going to read the list that I have so far that Kenan put together. As you came on, we'll do a reading in the order that you came on. So we have got Lindsay, Marilyn Pitts, Bear Jenna. Welcome, Bear Jenna, first time to the show. Laura, nice to have you back. Madeline, Amanda, welcome to the show, Amanda, Kat, Jared, Laurel, Abby, Marilyn, Jeff, Mia, and JC. So if you did not hear your name, put your name in the chat again so we can get you on the list. Okay? All right. Here we go, my dear Lindsay. Well, this is perfect. First of all, acknowledgement. You have been working towards your aspirations. Good job. So this is I told the story Sunday night about my cousin Lana, who about 30 years ago went with her husband up to Alaska because there was work up there that he could do. The pipeline was going on, and on the way up there, their truck broke down in the middle of literally nowhere. 60 degrees below. They drove up around Christmas time. 60 degrees below zero, pitch black, and they completely broke down. 12 miles from the smallest town. They were like 100 miles from Fairbanks. Well, long story short, she hitched a ride back to the little town. The guy that owned the gas station had a huge tow truck. As they were driving back to the brand new truck whose transmission had gone out, this guy says to my cousin, "Well, where are you from?" And she says, "Oh, I'm from Sandpoint, Idaho." He goes, "Really?" He goes, "You know, me and my parents broke down there about 40 years ago, and we had no money, we had no gas, we had no place to stay, and this wonderful woman gave us gas, gave us a place to stay, gave us food, fed us, and we were so grateful." And Lana says, "Well, who was that?" And it turns out it was my aunt. It was Lana's mother that had helped this guy. He actually towed them all the way to Fairbanks, over 100 miles. In the winter, he was a millionaire. He paid for their hotel in the top suite. So the reason I'm telling you this, Lindsay, and I'm telling everybody here, is as this Lionsgate comes in and you really manifest what it is that you're wanting and creating, when you do good for other people, this is helping other people reach their aspiration. And how can you do that? For instance, Jeff, I'm going to go back to Jeff. Tomorrow night, he and I and Kenan are going to this comedy club for me to look out to do this show, potentially a live show. I know it's a comedy club, but I like the name of it. The name of the comedy club is called Stir Crazy. Stir is an old English term which means prison. And so prisoners used to go crazy. So I kind of like the name of it, because what I love doing and what you've all kind of given me feedback is help you out of your stir crazy, help you out of any prison, or one way of looking at things, actually looking at things from a much bigger perspective. So that's why I'm going to enjoy it. So these are things that are happening. And so especially now, Lindsay, this is where you're bringing in more, you're reaching your aspirations. But again, as I said, I think it was Monday night, right? You can't see yourself grow. You kind of notice it. But unless you mark it on the doorpost, you don't really see your growth. This is a confirmation that you've grown, you're growing. But then who else? And be discerning, right? Be discerning as to who you can help. But there's somebody coming in that you're going to be able to help. Okay? Jack's here. Jack London. Thank you for being here, Jack. Okay, and we've added Teresa and Jack to the mix here tonight. So if you're just listening, again, say hello in the chat, whatever chat you're watching. All right, my dear Marilyn. So Marilyn, your sister's coming through big time here. Anywhere so Kenan today ordered these silver cleaners, you know, the little cloths for cleaning jewelry and anything silver or gold. And I was like, well, I don't need that. And I started to do this bracelet, and it was shocking. Like I had no idea there was that much on there. This is what this is bringing up, Marilyn, is your sister's coming through to be telling you to be more compassionate with yourself, that there was nothing you could have done, no way you could have helped for her to stay on this plane. It was time for her to move to the next plane. She got her lessons, all that she could do here and now. So this is a very clear understanding about you being much more compassionate. It's like you can't do your children's homework for them, but you can create a quiet place with a nice table. You can have the pens and the papers and the whatever that they need, the computer. You have the tools, you've given them the tools, but then they have to do their own homework. She's acknowledging about you having given her what she needed when she was here, but there was homework that she personally had to do. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So bring in, one of the things I would suggest with this Lionsgate, bring in more compassion. Expand the compassion. Number one, for yourself. I'm going to say that to everybody. Okay. So Ashley came on, Ashley Sadowski, Amanda Vaughn, thanks so much for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. And good. Okay. Now we have good. Bear Jenna, welcome to the show. Nice to have you. Kenan is working his fingers, getting everybody on. So thanks for being here. All right, Bear Jenna. Are you willing to let go of the need to figure it all out? You're smart. Let go of needing to figure it out. This is moving more from your brain into your heart. It's letting go of, why was I done wrong? Why did this happen to me? And in trying to figure it out, it's a loop. It keeps you caught in the loop. Free your energy up. Take the suggestions that I, maybe if you want to, gave at the beginning of the show around this 8-8 Lionsgate. Bring in the lion, bring in the Leo. If you're on an elevator with somebody that has body odor, it's going to make everybody smell bad. The need is to get out of the elevator. Okay, Bear Jenna. In other words, dismissing the naysayers. Any naysayers, any if people feel really bad about themselves, they're going to try to make other people feel bad about themselves, because misery loves company. This is removing those people. They can go play in another neighborhood. They can go play another game with some new kids that like misery. You're moving out of the misery, but this is helping your energy to move out of your head, okay, and more into your heart, more into your gut. You've got an incredible gut. You've got the feeling. Okay, Laura. Okay, Laura, here we go. Thank you for sending me that wonderful, wonderful message. I really loved it. All right, here we go. Kind of the middle of the readings. So this is great for you, Laura, but it's also really good for the whole group. Reward. Are you willing to let go of loss? You ever heard that term, or you hear the terms, a lost love, lost time, wasted time, lots of them. This is replacing that with reward. It's losing the construct, losing the projection around the word loss. Because here's the funny thing. When we leave the planet, guess what? We're losing our money, our possessions, our house, our family, our friends, and our body. There's only evolution. So are you willing to move the loss and go, or waste, or whatever? Release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all the worry, pain, blah, 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 around regret around loss. Because then when the rewards come, and you still have this loss kind of lingering around, it's not going to come in as quickly or as fast or as strong if you have this loss thing. It's like, no, I deserve this reward. I absolutely deserve it, because there's no loss or waste. I hope that makes sense, Laura. Okay. And then we have Madeline. Thank you, Madeline. Nice to have you back on the show. Okay. Madeline, worry never climbed a hill, worry never paid a bill, worry never done a thing you thought it oughta. This is new beginnings for you. So think about, Madeline, the first time, I don't know, you went to high school, or the first time you drove a car, the first time you went on a date, the first time you went, whatever. There was really nervous, uncomfortable energy. You'd never done this before. You just were like, oh my God, but you did it. This is the Fool card. It is the new beginnings. You're moving into a brand new beginning. All you got to do is set your mind to it, knuckle down, buckle down, do it, do it, do it. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And are you willing to let go of the fear of appearing the fool, or the fear of appearing foolish? Again, where this is going to go back to Laura's card around loss. It's like release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all that loss. Maya is illusion, right? Yeah, Maya is illusions. It's losing. It's It's trusting your gut. It's absolutely trusting your gut. Okay. Amanda, thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is interesting that Madeline got the Fool card, which is New Beginnings. This is the Commencement card. So it's like you're on a dock with one foot on the dock, one foot on the boat. And the commencement is taking your foot off the dock, but the commencement is also getting both feet on the boat. Okay, so it's not just new beginnings. It's well, it is. It's new beginnings, but it's letting go of the fear of leaving the comfort, leaving. Like I really, like from first to fourth grade, I loved my school. I loved the building. But then I had to go into fifth grade, and that was like a lower junior high. I had to go to a new school. But you know what? I'm still here. I survived that jump from fourth to fifth grade. So when you're jumping, Amanda, when you're growing, it can get really. Think about as a teenager and the growing pains that we all went through at one level or another. This is the same with spiritual growth. Is there's kind of an uncomfortable period where you're adjusting, but this is absolute acknowledgement that you're on the right path. But it's releasing the fear of not being taken care of or not being cared for. Hope that helped. Well, good. Lanny's here. Lana, I told a little bit of your story at the beginning of the show. So, all right, we got Kat and Jared. So, Kat, you've got the player card. So your guides are showing me like cookware, like new cookware, new bakeware. But more importantly, taking the time and the joy and the ease to eat better, to create meals. This is really different. I'm not telling anyone to go to a Tupperware party, but Kat. I don't know what this is, Kat, but it's like food preparation or like better nutrition for you. It's taking better care of your body. And have it feel like play, not like a burden. Oh, okay. So on this Lionsgate, Kat, and maybe this may relate to everybody on the show. Think about what it would be like to have your own personal chef. How does that, what would free your life up to be able to play more? How about someone coming in, Kat, I mean, having the money and having the fortitude and all of it, to have somebody come in and do the cooking? Okay, that was really good. All right, Jared. Oh, my dear land is out still showing property. Wow. Yeah, Jared. So use the Lion's Gate to go, what is fulfilling for me? So take a minute, everybody on the show, if you're listening. What is fulfilling for you? And feel that. Feel that. Travel, sleeping in, whatever it is. Jared, this is remaking. They call it a bucket list, but it's writing down your goals, or even finding like an old, like they're telling me like an old goal book, or something that you find that you wrote years ago, and you read it over and you go, oh my God, I did that. It's like Jeff, right? It's like Jeff creating the ranch, and he even forgot that he'd set that intention. So this is like the power of what you create, Jared. You're a doctor. You look at how far you've come. Now write some goals as to what you would like to do next, and it will happen. Okay. So who's on next?
Well, Brian Kerrigan just jumped on the show.
Brian Kerrigan?
Yeah, and then you have Jared. You did Jared. It's Jared.
Okay. Yeah, did Jared. Jared got the fulfillment. Excuse me. Okay, Laurel. Brian, welcome to the show. Nice to have you. We'll get to you. We're working through people one person at a time. Okay, Laurel. Hope you're feeling better. We need to talk because I want to hear about what changed for you from the other night, or what changed with you. I don't know. Have you been listening to the Beach Boys? There's something about that. So everyone, Laurel is a fantastic musician. She performs in Texas, and Laurel, you don't leave your door unlocked at night. Right? I know when we were growing up, we could do that. Don't do that today. You keep your door locked as to these negative thoughts. And if they sneak in, you get your spiritual gun out, Colt 45, whatever you want to use, shotgun, blast it. Because you're, as you've been on the show and over the years that I've known you, you've grown exponentially. And so these, and I'll talk to you about this again, these forces that are darker can see you as a light. And they can be attracted to the light, energy. We're all basically particles, we're all energy. But there's this, and it's like when they come in, immediately get rid of them. Okay, so the surfer knows that obviously the danger of the ocean. Sharks, currents, sandbars, yada, yada, yada. They know, but they do their best to stay on the surface. But if they focus on, I'm going to probably crash or get slammed into the bottom of the ocean, or there's probably a shark coming, they're never ever enjoying the surfing. It's why they're out there. It's why you came to this earth. You're buoyant, girl. You are buoyant. You're rising to the top. You're coming up. Get buoyant. Get buoyant. If you have to run down to Target or the dollar store and get those little floaties that you put on your arms, do it. Wear those all day. If you need a reminder, do that. And you can get away with it. Okay. So Laura, you say, I know. Get out of my head. Stay present. Get floaties. Get floaties.
Stay calm, carry on, and get floaties.
What's that?
Stay calm and carry on and get floaties.
Stay calm, carry on, and get floaties, Kenneth says. I love it. Okay. So thanks, Laurel. I you know what? I think after this show, the stock in floaties may go up considerably if you all go out and buy floaties. Highly recommend. All right, Abby, Marilyn, Jeff, JC, Teresa, Jack, Ashley Sazowski, Amanda Vaughn coming up. Can you scroll down a little bit? John, Lana, Renee, and Brian Kerrigan. Okay, here we go. We have Abby and Marilyn. All right, Abby and Marilyn. Hopefully you don't need floaties because of the storm.
She's so sending me a picture, by the way.
Laurel says she's so sending us a photo. Well, when you do, Laurel, we're going to put it on the show. I'm just going to give you fair warning. All right. Okay, so Abby. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to get angry. Anywhere where you have had to be nice anywhere where you have had to behave in such a way because you were so afraid of making someone else angry. This is growing up, Abby. Oh boy, thanks for being on the show. Thanks for bringing this up. This is releasing, clearing, destroying, and uncreating that if you so wish and if you so will. This is like being angry that you had to suppress your anger, or being angry that you had to behave in such a way because it was survival, right? It was survival. And you and I talk pretty often, but this is clearing something that's a little bit deeper than me being able to clear. I mean, I can clear it on the show here. I can feel it clearing, but to talk to you about this. So it's anger. It's just anger leaving. Um, okay, I'll try to describe this to you, but I'll try to call you tomorrow. All right, my dear Marilyn. So Lindsay probably can vouch for this because Lindsay's an amazing artist. You're creative even when you're not creating. Can you put that together, Marilyn? It's like you are a creator. You are creative. This isn't about, oh, I'm just not getting any ideas. I'm just blah 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 blah. It's again staying out of your head. So you know we talked at the beginning of the show, Marilyn, about connecting with Source. We can connect with the masters. So when we are creating, it's not just about how it looks. It's about the energy that you imbue into these objects that you're creating. So when you're up in front of the congregation and you're teaching, or your words are vibrations. They're frequencies that are transforming people. Do you read my lips as to what I am saying? Because people won't understand. They won't necessarily logically understand what is happening to them. Like this show, right? That's what you do. This is understanding. So Van Gogh, however you want to pronounce his name, only sold one of his paintings. And it wasn't until after he died that he became extremely famous. Because no one ever told him, oh my God, you are a master, you are. So I'm telling you that now. All right, my dear Jeff. Wow, Jeff. May the trust of the universe, when you do this 8-8, when you do this Lionsgate, there is always a safety net for you. So Jeff, did you ever play that game? I'll have to describe this. And I'm going to go back to the word illusion. So we used to do this at parties. And you could only do it to people that didn't know the game. So you get a 2x4, a plank. And you would blindfold the person, have them stand on the board. And then you would have somebody stand in front of them, and that person that's standing on the board would put their hands on the shoulders of the person that's standing in front of them. Now, on the 2x4, you'd have a person over here and a person over here. And they begin to jiggle the board. Now they don't lift it. They don't lift it. They just start jiggling it, right? So this person gets a sense of movement. And then the person who is standing in front of the person on the board begins to drop down and drop down and drop down. They get down to their knees, and it gives the person on the board the sensation that the two people on the end are raising the board to the ceiling. And then you tell the person, jump, jump, jump. Well, they're only jumping half an inch off the board. It's pretty funny. But
Robinson's your fabulous.
So Jeff, my point of telling you this story, trust. You trust that so many things are an illusion. And when you worry, oh my God, I'm going to fall off this board. Oh my God, I'm getting so high. What am I going to do if I have to jump? Oh my God, I'm going to fall 6 feet. No. This is losing the illusion. And this is trusting. You're guided. You're worthy. You're one of my favorite people. Okay. Trust. JC, and then was Mia on?
Was it Max?
Oh. Okay.
He didn't say it.
Okay. So, JC. So pretty much probably everybody has been chopping lettuce or carrots or tomatoes or meat or something and has cut themselves with a knife. Okay, JC? And you can either learn from that. Well, you can never use knives again. Oh my gosh, excuse me. You can never use knives again, or it'll teach you to be more careful. So this is releasing, clearing, destroying in your field all sorrow. Anywhere where you've been cut before, it's helping you let go of the sorrow where you've been cut or reliving the sorrow. This is bringing in more joy. There are highs, there are lows, there are incredible, unbelievable, glorious moments in life, and then there are some really devastating moments in life. But this is really in the East they call it Maya. They call it illusion. It's like becoming really involved in a movie that's really emotional. I don't know. We talked about this the other night. Like Titanic, why couldn't he get on the floating door with the girl? And you get really emotionally. But it's a movie. So this is helping you let go of the sorrow and continually in any way, shape, or form reliving the past. Okay. Now we've got Teresa. Okay, Teresa. Teresa, Jack, Ashley. Huh?
Teresa did say she didn't get a card, but yeah, Teresa, Jack, Ashley.
Okay, so Teresa, here we go. So with the okay, so you're going on this trip, I know, and you're taking an Uber to the airport or to wherever, and you're kind of going through the list in your mind. Okay, did I lock the front door? Did I lock the back door? Did I leave the iron on? Was the stove off? Do I have my keys? And you're going through this list. But you're you're not like that. Like, you kind of know, you prepared, you go through everything systematically. But why I'm telling you this is I get this with your mom. I get this is kind of what your mom's doing, is she's going through this list of regrets or sorrows, or the stove on, she's kind of going through this list. And it just no, you've done good, Mom. You got everything. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. And just sending her total great energy. Like even sending flowers. Okay, all right, Jack, here we go. Major growth, Jack. Somehow things always work out for you. But there's something right now in infancy. It's like having a baby and just knowing that baby's going to be okay. It's going to grow in its own time, but keep nurturing it. There's something important about it. Keep nurturing it. It's also seeing things from a higher perspective, like when you climb a sequoia tree in California. There's something really powerful for you there as well. Like, I don't know if you're planning a trip to go to California, but there's something there, like around that San Francisco area. But you're beginning to really see things from a much higher, different perspective, where you're growing exponentially. Yeah, and you're going to absolutely be strong with any storms, with any blowhards. I'll call them blowhards, like wind. You're going to be fine with it. Okay, who got?
Ashley.
Ashley. Okay, thanks for hanging in there, Ashley. I know it's late on the East Coast. Appreciate you. Yeah. So Ashley, it's okay to get others' input, But Einstein trusted his theory of relativity, right? He trusted his creation of the atom bomb. He didn't go, what do you guys think of this? You like it? Do I look good in it? Is it good enough? So this is really spending some time with this Lionsgate, actually. And releasing, clearing, destroying all self-doubt around ability, around appearance, around talent, around money. And this is really sitting with it and feeling it. Like feeling the confidence, feeling the wealth, feeling the abundance, feeling the talent, and knowing it. Absolutely knowing it. Okay. Amanda Vaughn. Okay. Amanda Vaughn. Here we go. So Amanda, like literally, one of the things that helps me is when I'm feeling like, oh my God, is watching that movie Frozen, or just even listening to Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. And there's like intensities, sometimes there's intensities, especially when you're really letting go and you're really making so runners, they call it the second wind, right? And they feel like they're like at the end of the race and they're just not going to make it, and they just want to stop or quit or whatever, and then they get their second wind. It's like their body kicks in and they go. So this is acknowledging the Tower card, which is things feeling like maybe they're falling apart. This isn't, and it's just allow them to fall off. You know, you take a shower because you want all that dead skin off of you, and all that dirt and all that grime. You want it off of you. You don't go, oh, it's leaving me. No, you just get it off. This is that Tower card. It's restructuring, big time restructuring. It can be a little uncomfortable. But it's paving a new way. It's absolutely paving a new way. And again, we'll go back to, I forget who's, it was about the regrets and the loss. Releasing, clearing, destroying the wrongness of yourself, the loss, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. It's just blah. Opening up, spend time with this Lionsgate. Girl, you got this. All right, John, Lana, Renee, Santiago, Tiffany, and Robin. Great to have you all. Okay. John. No. There's something really cool about Kilimanjaro for you, John. Do some research around Kilimanjaro, what it symbolizes. Could you look up the spiritual meaning of Kilimanjaro? I don't know why this is like really strong, but it's coming through really strong. So anything with, did you see anything spiritual meaning at Kilimanjaro?
That's right, metaphysical.
Yeah. This is trusting Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a Hindu figure who represents wealth. And again, sitting with this Lion's Gate. Okay. But also, Kenan shared this, so I want to read this about Kilimanjaro with everyone. Because, yes, I pulled a card or a reading for you individually, but it's also applying to everyone. But I think this is particularly important. The climb to the summit of Kilimanjaro is often compared to a spiritual journey. For many, the challenge of climbing the mountain is a metaphor for life's challenges and a reminder of the importance of perseverance and resilience. Okay, so we just read for Amanda. That has to do with that. And then it's also a chance to experience a sense of belonging and connection to the natural world. So this is again getting into your photography, John. But I think it's literally going to Kilimanjaro. All right, my dear Lanny. I know you're out and about. So if a deal feels like it's falling away or falling apart, it's actually coming together. This is the purity card. You have this purity of purpose and a purity of a reason for things happening the way that they are. You know that song, that saying, "It ain't over till the fat lady sings," right? It's what looks like it's falling apart is actually isn't. Do you remember when I was growing up we had Tinker Toys, right? And you'd build these like houses or whatever with the Tinker Toys, but they would fall apart and then reconstruct. There's something reconstructing here. So it's like rebuilding or reconstructing something brand new coming in. Okay. Renee, thanks for being here. And then we've got Brian, Tiffany, and Robin. So Renee, I'm going to suggest listening to what are the frequencies? The 432. What are those called?
Solfeggios.
Yeah. So Renee, even in the background, really, it's important for you to listen to those solfeggio frequencies. Could you write that in the chat? Solfeggio. You can look them up on YouTube. It's kind of what at the beginning of our show, we always play the solfeggio frequencies just because of what they create. But it will literally help you in your reconstruction. Your vibration of where you're at is going to change, and as your vibration raises, your body will come with it. So that means you'll be leaving or changing maybe where you're at or the position that you're in. This is raising that vibration. So again, spend time with this 8-8 Lionsgate and meditating, focusing, feeling what it is that you actually want to create. Because this is the harmony card. Let go. Are you willing to be free of the need to make it harmonious for other people? Because some people like metal rock. Metal rock is, what do they call it? Metal. What kind of music is it? Like hard metal, anyway. That's not harmonious to me, but some people like it. Stop. Oh. And anywhere where someone is trying to force hard rock on you when you don't like hard rock, you're free of pretending to like it, and it's okay to move away from them. All right, Brian, nice to have you on the show.
Heavy metal, Abby.
What's that? Heavy metal. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Abby. Heavy metal. I couldn't think of the word. Heavy metal, yeah. Yeah. Anyone that's trying to make you like heavy metal. All right, Brian Kerrigan, first time on the show. Welcome. Thanks for hanging in there. This is called the Devil's Play card, Brian. This is more fun coming in for you. More where what you've maybe done in the past hasn't really felt like play, or the people you've played with definitely have not felt like play. This is you moving more into play. Does this feel like play to me? Is this something I love? Right? I do this show 3 times a week because I absolutely love it. Right? And this is you moving into okay, so it's no fun to play soccer or to play baseball with statues. They just don't move. There are people that are really stuck in their ways. This is you moving more into playing with people that are not stuck in their ways, if that makes sense. This is clearing the energy around. I mean, statues serve a purpose. I mean, allow the birds to poop on them. I mean, that's fine. There are some people that just, they're very rigid. That's the word, rigid. Rigid. You're not rigid. You're moving more into letting go, playing more, being who you actually are. Okay?
We got a Mary and a Jennifer now.
Oh, we got a Mary and a Jennifer. Okay?
Or you got Brian, Tiffany, Rob.
All right, we got Brian. I just did Brian. All right, Tiff. Here we go. Is it Tiffany Green? Tiffany Ann?
Yes.
Okay, Tiffany Ann. All right.
Yeah. There's another Monica Swift too. Look at that.
Okay. All right, my dear Tiff. This is the Hierophant. So if even if you look up the word Hierophant, it's the knower. Your daughter's doing this. This is an acknowledgement, Tiffany, around life mastery. And giving yourself kudos around this life mastery. So this is like peace, but it's also victory. It's the Merlin. It's kind of the Merlin card for me, Tiffany. It's where you're extremely smart. You're a doctor. You're very, very intelligent, very well educated. But you're moving a little bit closer to the unknown. Like you're having more synchronistic events or odd things happen because you're ready for it. You're even more ready for it. But it's also acknowledging you have mastered many tests. Literally, like as a doctor, you've had to manage many, many tests. You've had a lot. This is like a crowning achievement for you. But you're also, you want to call me or text me anytime, please do. This is absolutely moving into the more miraculous. Okay. Miraculous, that's the word. All right, my dear Robin. And then Mary Hopkins, Jennifer, and Monica, thanks for being on the show. First timers, welcome. All right, Robin. Well, Robin, there's no surprise here. Okay, you got the death card, which, as you know, we've talked, it doesn't mean death, but it is getting more attention back to your gifts. So the death card is usually about the other side. Free of, on any level, creating any drama or not allowing drama in to distract you from your gifts. So the death card is about the mysteries, getting back to your gift of the mysteries as a medicine woman, and trusting and creating not from a place of flurry or work or hands-on, but from a place in your bedroom where you're sitting on a nice comfy bed and you're creating it in your head, and then it creates it in the physical world. Okay, and then we've got Mary. Okay, Mary, anywhere where you have said or are saying, oh, 3 steps forward, 2 back. Oh, things always happen in threes. Bad things always happen in threes. This is like a carryover, Mary, from your ancestry, from your family, where, oh, the next shoe is going to fall. Are you willing to cancel, clear, delete that, and free of focusing on any perceived setbacks, which then puts more energy goes where attention flows? Is if your attention is on the setback or the loss or the failure, then energy is going to go to create more failure or more loss. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, girl, bring it back. No. Bring it back. If you want to. Bring it back. Jennifer. Okay. Yeah, when I was in junior high school, I used to use rubber bands to shoot people with, but more often than not, somehow I always let go of the wrong end and I smacked my face or smacked my hand. And so this is called the integrity card, Jennifer. Are you willing to let go, release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all the judgments, especially from religious people, church people, judgy people? And then, well, I really should call them back. I really do. No, you can love the person. You do not have to love their behavior, Jennifer. You don't have to call them back. There are people you're needing to walk away from. And so it's kind of the reason you've had barriers up. This is moving away from them so that you can actually lower your barriers. Like where you can release and clear, destroy, and create all the rightness or the wrongness of you that was been put upon you by others. So you can stop shooting yourself just because of the way of the people you've been around. That's all changing for you, so that's really good. All right, Monica, thank you for being here for the first time. So Monica, again, so this is like Jennifer's card a little bit, but this is, you got to move it, move it. This is moving. So even if you put the music on loud, dancing, this is yoga, this is exercise, but also you're moving, literally. It's for your best and highest. Also, it's like what would it feel like to have a brand new car? And brand new car every year. That's what the Lionsgate is about. It's about manifesting and feeling it. Not just using your imagination, not just using the mind, but bringing it into the heart and the gut. That's the important thing behind this. And a really great thing, Monica, is for you is to be on the water. Like, yeah, water is really good for you.
Who's doing his last?
All right, Kirsten, thanks for being here. So this is setting a goal of paying better attention to the signs from the universe. It's like if you get pulled over, oh gosh, officer, I didn't see that stop sign. You get pulled over again, oh gosh, officer, I didn't know it was 25 miles an hour. This is bringing in the energy to pay attention to the signs. What are other people saying? Pay attention. These are messages from the universe. Or you can just reject them and get the ticket. It's completely up to you. There's no rightness or wrongness about it, but this is a message about pay better attention to the universe. Okay, we got everybody tonight. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all the new people. Thank you the people that haven't been on in a while. Love having you here. Thank you, Kenan, for a fantastic job managing the show, producing it. We got everybody?
It's everybody.
Okay, we're going to do this again Sunday night. Love you all. Have a great night.